It's your boy O'Shane. I'm back with it. Halftime TV. Just got back from vacation. Was Hawaii. Was there for a couple of days. It's nice, beautiful out there. Post some videos on my other channel. But let's jump into it, man. NBA free agency starts the 30th this month, Sunday. Let's get into it. Let's start with the Houston Rockets. All right. I've been hearing Jimmy Butler potentially. They're trying to do a sign and trade deal with Philly. I don't think he should leave Philly. I feel like that is the best fit for him. With Ben Simmons still scared to shoot the outside jump shot, or maybe he'll never shoot the outside jump shot. I don't know, but best fit for you right now, Jimmy. Stay in Philly. Going to Houston with all that craziness, I don't see how that works. James Harden dribbling for 45 days and a half before he decides to pass the ball. People can say, well, he averaged 11 assists, but look how long he takes to get you the ball. He's going to get his 30 shots first before he decides, here. And then you got a point general in Chris Paul. To me, he should be leading the show, dishing the rock out. But I guess James Harden is scared to go back to when he was coming off the bench type of player, when he was at OKC. I mean, I don't see him going back to the bench or nothing like that, but I felt that was like a great fit for him. You know, coming off the ball, catch and shoot, slashing. That would, to me, help the Rockets be a better team. But, you know, with these Mike D'Antoni systems, you don't know what to expect. The only one time I did like the Mike D'Antoni system was when there was in Phoenix. That was a great team. Amari Stoudemire, Joe Johnson, Steve Nash, you know, Sean Marion. Great team. Different type of system that Mike D'Antoni was running with the Phoenix Suns, because they had a great ball handler and a good shooter and a great passer within Steve Nash. So it was a different kind of system. But the system that he has right now with James Harden, you know, a lot of people have said it's not going to win. I don't see how that wins championship, you know, holding the ball for freaking 45 days and a half before you decide to dish it out. I don't see how you win with that. Regular season win, yes, it looks great, but playoff is where it matters. If you can't win in the playoffs, then all that regular season hoopla to me is pointless. You know, that's just me. But that's the Houston Rockets drama for me. I feel like if the Houston Rockets want to be a better team, put Chris Paul back to the main ball handler, where James Harden's playing more off the ball, and then fourth quarter comes, then he can dominate the ball a little bit more and try to close out games. That should be how it should go. Chris Paul did taking the shots for everyone because he's a point guard. That's what he does. You know, that's his whole life has been, you know, giving people direction, because that's what he do. Los Angeles Lakers. I love my Lakers. I do. Sidebar. I'm not a LeBron hater. Just not a LeBron fan. After he made the whole 5-hour special on ESPN a couple of years ago, I'm going to take my talent to South Beach, that kind of, you know, rubbed me the wrong way with LeBron doing all of that, knowing, you know, that was necessary. Like, you knew where you wanted to go, let's come out and say it instead of having a 5-hour special on ESPN. I'm taking my talent to South Beach. Like, to me, that was stupid. But he's on my Lakers now. I love my Lakers. I do. I love them. I love them. The Anthony Davis deal, very, very big deal. But they don't have a roster. They have literally 3 players on the roster, really, to be honest. Kyle Kuzma, LeBron James, and now Anthony Davis. But the deal's not done yet. They still have to go through whatever paperwork and wait for everything to pass through by certain dates before the deal is actually completed. To me, the Lakers need to go get some great role players. They don't need to try to go get another superstar player, and then you're going to be filling out your roster with picking up people off the streets. To me, that's stupid. They need to fill out their roster with some great role players. A player like JJ Redick, who I love because he went to Duke. Another player I think would fit great with them would be Derrick Rose. People forgot that D Rose still have game. It's not like he's done. He's not like he's finished product. He had his injuries. I felt like he has overcame that, and he's not back to the D Rose that won the MVP, but he's still can give you a good 18 points a game a night. And that's all you need. Someone that's going to take the pressure off of LeBron and AD when the time is needed. And then they can fill out their roster with, some other little cheap players out there. They don't need to try to get another superstar. I don't think that's the best route for them to go. But let's see what the Lakers do. It's not Jerry West running it anymore. When Jerry was doing it was a little bit different. Jeannie Buss, I think she's doing a great job. I think a lot of people give her a lot of bad criticism because she's a woman. You don't hear a lot of this except for Dolan for the New York Knicks, and that's a story for another day. But the Lakers just need to go get some really good players. They don't need another max level player. There's some really good players to surround with LeBron so he can dish it. Some shooters, some good wing defenders. Another player that's out there, Patrick Beverley, who will be a great asset to take the pressure off of LeBron, because LeBron likes to take off time on defense. So Patrick Beverley would be a great pickup for that. The NBA draft. To me, the team that came out the best, even though I love, Zion going to the Pelicans and Ja Morant going to the Grizzlies and RJ going to the Knicks. I think the team that came out the best was the Atlanta Hawks. Getting my boy Cam Reddish, I feel they can be a really good upcoming team. The Atlanta Hawks playing in the East where, you only have 4 or 5 teams sitting at the top of the East. Milwaukee, the Raptors, let me say them first because they're NBA champs. So the Raptors, Milwaukee, Philly, and Boston is on the brink because, I don't know what they're doing right now with the Kyrie situation. But the NBA draft, I felt, went pretty well. Felt kind of sad for the kid Bobo for him to be waiting so long because a lot of people had him going at least top 20, and for him to fall all the way to the second round, 44, I think it was. It was kind of, sad to see him sitting in the green room waiting for everyone and seeing all of his players or friends, whatever, getting drafted, and he's still sitting there not knowing if or when he's going to get drafted. But it was a really good NBA draft. I missed it this year. Usually I'm there, but I missed it this year because I was in Hawaii. But great NBA draft. Another topic that I want to discuss is the NBA discussing shortening the amount of regular season games. To me, I don't feel they need to shorten the games. What teams need to do is they need to let their younger players play more. If they're worried about, what the situation with Kawhi Leonard, playing management, play your younger players. So if you want to rest Kawhi during a game, he can play the first quarter, play half of the second quarter, play half of the third quarter. So by the time the fourth quarter comes, he's resting throughout the game. I don't feel the need to shorten the season. I think the NBA will lose if they shorten the season. And a lot of people, a lot of my friends give me a lot of slack for this because that's why I say the NBA is getting softer with the rule changes and now players complaining about playing too much. It's like, come on. 82 games compared to the Major League Baseball. They play over 100 plus games. Come on. And they're playing like back-to-back games sometimes. And the NBA only plays back-to-back every so often. It's not every night you're playing a back-to-back game. To me, it's a ridiculous thing to even consider. But, You know, I read on Bleacher Report that they were considering dropping it down to 58 games. Like, that's crazy. 58 games from 82 to 58. That is a big drop. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything you feel like I need to discuss, let me know. Shoot me out. It's your boy O'Shane here with the Halftime TV. I'm back. More videos gonna be coming at you. I love this, man. Y'all stay blessed.
I can never lose, no, no, no. I can never lose, no. I can never lose, no, no, no. I can never lose. I can never lose. I can never lose. I can never lose.